What's going on, everybody? Big NBA trade just went down. I shouldn't say big. It was a medium-sized trade, but Jabari Parker and Alex Len is heading to the Sacramento Kings. The Sacramento Kings are trading Dwayne Dedmon to the Hawks. The Hawks are also trading their 2020 and their 2022 second-round picks to Sacramento. I'm doing this live. I just got done with the live stream. Just got done breaking down the possible Iguodala to Miami Heat trade. It looks like that's going to happen. We still don't know if Gallinari's being traded there. I cover every NBA trade, so if you want coverage on every NBA trade, make sure to stay right here at Blazers Uprise. We'll have a trade deadline stream coming starting about 3 hours before the trade deadline. We're going to be live, but I'm streaming this right now, but this is going to be a video. I'm going to break down this trade. So if you're watching this after I've been live, I'm just going to break this down, then I'm going to be done streaming. This is basically going to be kind of like a video. I'm just doing it live for the hell of it. Just easier to do it that way, easier to have it on the channel. So I really like this trade for the Sacramento Kings. They get rid of Dwayne Dedmon, who they owed $13 million to next year. Dwayne Dedmon had not been good this year. And they get back Jabari Parker and Alex Len. Alex Len is a decent center replacement, and Jabari Parker has had a very solid season. Atlanta didn't trade the second round picks, did they? Let me check on that. My bad. I gotta double check on that. Let me pull up this tweet. The Atlanta gets 2 second round picks. Okay, that's where I messed up. The Kings send Atlanta 2 second-round picks for Jabari Parker and Alex Len. They get out from underneath Dwayne Dedmon's deal, and they also get back a very solid player in Jabari Parker in the process, and they get back a center replacement in Alex Len. So I really like this trade for Sacramento. I thought it would take 2 second-round picks to go out and get Jabari Parker, but not only did they get decent value by only having to give up 2 second-round picks for Jabari Parker, they also got out from Dedmon's contract. I think that's a huge part of this deal here. They might not keep Jabari Parker. He's going to opt out this summer, and he's going to make at least $10 million a year, in my opinion. So Jabari Parker might not be on the team next year, but he kind of fits their age timeline. They're a younger team. Jabari Parker, although he's been around for a while, he came into the league at 19 years old, so he's still pretty young. Still has a lot of NBA basketball ahead of him, hopefully. So he could fit their timeline, their growth. It might be difficult for them to resign him next offseason because I don't think they have his bird rights. I'm not entirely sure on that, but he could fit their team moving forward. And if not, then they got rid of Dwayne Dedmon's contract while only giving up 2 second-round picks. That's not a horrible deal because I thought Dwayne Dedmon was a bad contract at this point. I thought he was a bad signing this past summer, and at this point, Dedmon he's not worth $13 million a year. I think he's worth 3 times, he's worth like $4 to $5 million a year. He's worth 3 times less. So I didn't like that contract for them. That was gonna make it difficult for them in the future. Now they get out from underneath that deal and they get back a piece that could possibly be a big part of their future. I like that. From Atlanta's perspective, I probably grade this honestly a D. This trade just doesn't make much sense to me. They've been rumored to be going after centers. They just got Clint Capella, so they didn't really need a center. Okay, they had Alex Len. They replaced him with Dwayne Dedmon, but I thought the reason they went out and got Clint Capella was so Atlanta could set up a move in the future where they would go out and try and get like a Bradley Beal or something like that if Bradley Beal became available this offseason. I thought they were going to try and add a wing upgrade to Trae Young, John Collins, and Clint Capella. I mean, you look at that lineup, if they had Trae Young, Bradley Beal, John Collins, and Clint Capella, and then DeAndre Hunter at the 3. That would be a very, very solid starting lineup. That would definitely be a playoff team in the East. So I figured, even after adding Capella, they still had, a ton of cap space. So maybe this doesn't come back to bite them. It doesn't make sense to give up Jabari Parker, to give up Alex Len, only get back 2 second-round picks, but then also take back $13 million in salary for next season for a player who honestly is not that. He just hasn't been good this year. So maybe it's an aberration. Maybe he just did not fit well in Sacramento. Maybe he can kind of return to form. He has played in Atlanta before, but it doesn't make a ton of sense to me, man. It doesn't make a ton of sense to me. Atlanta's been busy this trade deadline. This is their 3rd trade. they might have more trades left in them. It's kind of hard to tell what their future plan is, but I don't understand why it was worth it to take on Dwayne Dedmon to send out Jabari Parker when they probably could have gotten 2 second-round picks for Jabari Parker anyway and not had to take on future salary. It just doesn't make a ton of sense. That pick this year might be in the 30s, though, assuming it's Sacramento's actual second-round pick and not a second-round pick that they got from another team. So if it's Sacramento's actual pick, I guess it's better since that's an early second-round pick since Sacramento is struggling this year. But I don't really understand this trade from Atlanta's perspective. You can let me know what you think down in the comment section below. As I said, I'm live streaming this, but I'm gonna wrap this up shortly. I'm just live streaming it so it can be a video. You know, I don't really have the time to edit it because I'm trying to cover every single NBA trade. I'm trying to cover everything that breaks. So that's why I'm streaming again right after I just logged off a stream. You can follow my social media up here at Blazers Uprise. That's the channel. Twitter. I'll tweet out when I go live. I'll tweet out when I'm going live with trade deadline stuff. That should be tomorrow. My personal Twitter is at Torrey Jones YT, and my co-host is Eric Brandt. You can follow him as well. We understand the CBA. We break down trades. We're heavy into this type of stuff. We love this type of stuff. So if you want coverage of the trade deadline from people that know what they're talking about, from just fans of the NBA, follow me and Eric. Follow the channel. We'd greatly appreciate it. So I apologize to anybody in live chat. I'm not going to read live chat. This is just a short stream. I might be live later tonight, but if not, I'll be live tomorrow morning. I just wanted to cover this as a video. So, actually, you know what? What do you guys think of this trade for Sacramento and Atlanta? We can get some feedback in here before we wrap up this video. What's up, Tommy Thompson? What's up, Joshua Watt? Joshua Watt says Atlanta got better bench. Len was trash, bro. But Dwayne Dedmon has been trash this year too. You know what I mean? I don't think Len was worse than Dedmon is. The thing is, Len was making $4 million a year, and Dwayne Dedmon's making 13. Alex Len was an expiring contract. Dwayne Dedmon's making 13 million next year as well. So I don't really understand that. Anyway, I'm not going to answer any questions that aren't related to this trade. It's all going to be based on this trade. Yeah, it will be interesting to see if Dedmon can kind of get his career back on track in Atlanta. You know, that would kind of show that maybe Sacramento just wasn't a good fit. Maybe that was just a poor situation for him. But if not, then maybe he's just washed up. If not, then that's going to be a very bad contract next year. It will be an expiring, I guess, because he is on a 3-year deal, but the 3rd year is non-guaranteed or it's a team option or something like that. So last year is the last time Atlanta will have to pay him. I just thought they'd want as much flexibility going into this offseason as possible. You know, if you take on a bad contract this offseason, you could maybe get a 1st-round pick. I mean, we saw it last offseason. The Indiana Pacers got the 32nd pick for taking on TJ Warren, who's actually a good player. And he was only making $10 million a year. He's making less than Clint Capella is. Or not Clint Capella. TJ Warren is making less than Dwayne Dedmon. And Indiana got the 32nd pick back for taking him on, and he's a better player. I just thought Atlanta could have been patient, didn't even have to. They could have probably gotten 2 second-round picks for Jabari Parker and then waited, saved that $13 million in cap space, then gotten more assets for using that cap space to maybe take on a bad contract or help a team make a 3-team deal or something. I just thought Atlanta would value their future flexibility a little bit more. I'm guessing Jabari Parker didn't get much trade traction, which is kind of surprising to me because he's having a decent year. You know, maybe that's him putting up good numbers for a bad team, but he's still young. He still seems like he has some potential, so I thought his value was 2 second-round picks. Maybe it wasn't. I'm not entirely sure. Atlanta still will have cap space. Tommy Thompson in chat said, I still think Atlanta will have cap space. They definitely will. I just thought, you know, why not keep as much flexibility as possible and trade Jabari Parker for 2 second-round picks, because that's not what I thought he was worth. They're basically taking back Dedmon just for the hell of it, it seems like, which doesn't make sense to me because I don't know why you'd want that contract on the books. Dedmon's just has not been good. If Dedmon was playing like how he was in Atlanta, though, like a couple years ago, then yeah, maybe he's worth that $13 million. He could be a decent backup center. And maybe that's what Atlanta is thinking. Maybe they are thinking they can get him back to that point, but it's just they very questionable move for Atlanta, in my opinion. As I said, since this is going to be a video after I'm done with this live stream, you guys are probably watching this as a video. You can leave your comment down in the comment section below and let me know what you think of this trade. I'm interested to read what Hawks fans or Kings fans think of this deal. And as I said, we'll keep you posted with trade deadline content. So even if you're not a Blazers fan, you can hit that subscribe button and we'll keep you guys posted with anything that goes down between now and tomorrow's trade deadline. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace.